Guys, what is going on? Welcome to the channel, and today I got a little repair to do on the windshield. Sadly, I got a crack right there. Driving on the freeway, rock came out of who knows where, hit the windshield, got a nice little chip going in there. So windshield is made out of two glass sheets together, and in between those two sheets there's a safety film, and when the top layer cracks you get some air in between the two layers, and that's pretty much that. The whiter stuff is pretty much air stuck between the two layers. And the way this kit works, it basically sucks the air out from between the two layers, and then it pushes in the resin, the adhesive resin in between, and then you let it sit and it cures. And so we're gonna give that a shot. I never tried it, full disclosure, this is my first time doing this, so let's give this a shot and see how it turns out. So this is the before. Let's zoom in. So this is the before shot, and after I'm done I'm gonna get the same angle and you guys can see the same area. Let me zoom out. And yeah, I know this truck is filthy. It's dirty on the inside and outside, so yeah, I just gotta get some time to get it detailed. It's just crazy hot here, and washing the truck in this weather kind of sucks because you put some water on it, it dries out, you create water spots right away. So guys, first thing you want to do is get some kind of sharp pin, safety pin or needle of some sort. There's some kits that I saw came with the pin and also came with the alcohol rubbing swab, but this kit did not come with either of those things. So that right there is already a negative for this kit. This store only had this one kit, so I just picked it up thinking that maybe it has a pin, maybe it has an alcohol rubbing swab. So what you want to do first is just kind of use the pin and get any kind of loose glass from the hole. And you don't want to dig too much, you just kind of get any kind of loose little glass particles out that you can. So I think that should do it. You don't want to do it too much. So now what you want to do is you want to clean around the crack and make sure it's nice and clean and it's not wet for the base to adhere to. And you don't want to spray on the glass, you want to spray on the napkin or a paper towel. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a glass cleaner by Sprayway. One of my favorite glass cleaners. It's really like it. It doesn't leave any residue on the windows. You can also use rubbing alcohol or even Windex, but make sure you're not spraying on the windshield and you're spraying on the paper towel. So I'm going to get a piece of paper towel. I'm going to spray it and clean around it the best I can without actually trying to clean into the hole. All right, there we go. So now you take the adhesive base, remove one side, and you want to get it as centered as possible and make sure the tab is on top. Press it in. Basically, you're trying to get the hole in the windshield in the center, not the actual crack, but the hole. Because when you suck in the air out, you're basically sucking the air out from the hole and then pushing in the resin back in. Then you get the base and you remove the, alrighty, there we go. Now you get the base, line it up with the top tab. Press it in. Now what you do is you take the resin, open it up, and then you put about 3/4 of it in there. So now you get the syringe that comes with the kit. Put it in a hole firmly. That's what she said. And then you pull this up, and that basically creates air suction. You pull it up till you get to the bottom latch. There's a bottom latch right here. I'll show you in a second. Basically what that does is gets all the air out of the windshield, and you latch it on the bottom latch right here, and you let it sit for 10 minutes. So I'm going to put a timer on my phone, and let's see what's happening inside the vehicle. So here's what it looks like underneath, and it looks like there's a tiny bit of bubbles. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see for me. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. So basically just waiting for, I put my timer on 15 minutes just to make sure it gets enough bubbles out. All right, so the timer is up. So now what you do is slowly remove the syringe. You let some air in, and then you press it back in. Remove the pin and lower it to the second notch right there. And you let it sit for another 20 minutes. So now I let the syringe sit for 20 minutes. With some air pressure pushing down on the resin. And now what I wanted to do is actually push down just a little more, not too much, and then tap on the windshield just a little bit, so it gets into the smallest cracks that it did not get into. Remember, you don't want to press down too much because it's going to start coming out on the sides and this whole seal will pop off. But anyways, I want to do it just a little bit. And then now we can go ahead and remove it. So now you can go ahead and remove this base. Get a paper towel to catch any resin coming out. Now remove the double-sided tape. And remember, don't wipe just yet. What we actually want to do is get this film that comes with the kit and then put some resin on where the crack was, and make sure when you put the plastic film on that there's no air bubbles. Now there's a mistake that I made with using this kit. During this process, you want to make this happen in the shade. You want to make it happen when it's not hot. And then when you're done, when you get to this step, now you would want to put the truck in direct sunlight for about 15 minutes. If you do it on a hazy day, you want to leave it on for 1 hour. Like right now, the sun just went down, so it's basically getting dark. There's still UV rays in the area because the sun is not completely down. So I have to leave it for about an hour and wait for it to cure. Unless I can make a UV light. Let's see. So let's go ahead and make a UV light out of this headlamp. What I'm gonna do is I got some blue, some purple. And I'm gonna put some clear tape over the lamp like so. Color it with blue. Then I'm gonna put another layer. Color with blue. Another layer. And we'll do this one with purple. Let's go into a dark room and see if it actually works like it should. So here we go. Here's our UV light. And the cool thing is, let me turn this off real quick. I actually found a UV flashlight that I had, and I think this will work a lot better. See how you can see all the dots on the wall? Those spots are whiter. This flashlight actually works better than what I made, because when I use the flashlight, you can't see those white spots on the wall. Therefore, this does not work as good as it should. Compared to the flashlight. There we go. But anyways, let's open up the door.
I like it this.
You like it this?
I like it.
Okay. You like it fine? So it seems like the UV light works a little better than the flashlight UV that I made. And good thing that I was able to find this one and I was able to compare the two. Basically with the really good UV light, the whites pop really brightly, and the one that I made obviously didn't pop as much as you can see in the video. So that's my UV setup right now. We'll leave it on for 15 minutes and then we'll remove the plastic, clean up the glass, and then we'll see the results. Alright, so the light has been on the windshield 15 minutes and I think it should be good. Let's turn on some lights and we'll see what we got here. And the way that you know that it actually cured is you trying to move it and it doesn't move, so that means it is nicely cured, I guess. So I'm going to try to pry from the different sides here. Like so. Alright, so I'm going to put stuff away and then tomorrow we'll check it out when there's sunlight and we'll see what we have. Alright guys, then we're back. Matthew's in the truck making sure everything turned out okay. Hey! Say hi! What are you doing? I don't know if that's smoke or clouds. I think it's maybe smoke because of the fires that I've been going to up north. Maybe it's kind of getting over here, but it doesn't smell like smoke, so I don't know. So anyways, I waited the whole day and let's see what we have here. Here's the resin that's kind of dried. So now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to scrape it with a razor and hopefully it will look a little bit better. There's some still air pockets that you can see between the glass that it wasn't able to get out. Kits like this are never gonna be perfect. Alright guys, so I tried to scrape it off with the razor. I was trying to do it this way and then a little bit of that way. And honestly, the resin that's over here in this area, when you scrape it off, it's not really shiny, so you can see that it's kind of dull in the area and you can see it. Hey, careful Matthew. And obviously you can't get the resin in the cracks like this, the hair cracks in here like that, and this one. And there's an air bubble that I wasn't able to suck out right here. and there's obviously a bunch of other little hair cracks here and there. That's where the resin really can get to, but it was kind of expected. So honestly, kits like this are not really the best. So this kit I'm not really all that excited about. It didn't really do as good of a job as I thought it would, like some of the videos I seen on YouTube. So I don't know if it's because of a different lighting that they were doing or whatnot, but in my case it didn't turn out to be all that great. But it was a good experience to try it out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I know it wasn't all that great, but I wanted to try something new. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more projects, more upgrades, etc. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!